For far too long, the state of Illinois has not made the necessary investments in our institutions, even asking those institutions to shoulder the costs of providing our veteran students with free tuition. All of our institutions step up to provide that service and educate those deserving veterans. And I was proud to support legislation that provided funding for our veteran students, as well as advocating for the funding of these scholarships in the state budget. With this additional funding, Western Illinois is able to invest those dollars from the state back into recruiting additional veterans to Western. But those targeted grant funds are only one component of the funding ecosystem. For example, I represent a district that borders the state of Iowa, and for far too long, Illinois has also seen our college-age students choose other states to further their education. But by passing the Adequate and Equitable Public University Funding Act and investing the necessary resources into that formula, we're going to make Illinois a more attractive option for our students as we provide them with unmatched resources and a variety of affordable options for education. Investing in this higher education in Illinois is an investment in the future of the entire state. An investment in our public higher education institutions is an investment in our local communities. And we need to pass this higher education equitable funding formula so we can better support our students in the future. Investments don't pay off in the near term. Investments take years to develop, and we need to start that right now.
I'm here in strong support of the Adequate and Equitable Public University Funding Act because Illinois' approach to higher education funding has been unsustainable, inequitable, and overdue for correction. For years, our state has underfunded public universities and shifted more of that burden onto students and families. The result is clear: higher costs, declining enrollment, fewer supports, and too many students that are forced to navigate college with less than what they need to succeed. The coalition that is here has been working for years to try to undo the disinvestment, the rising tuition pressure, and major enrollment declines that we have seen throughout our state. This bill is a serious and fair response to that problem. It recognizes a basic truth. Equity requires more than treating every institution the same. It requires acknowledging where the need is the greatest and making sure that campuses serve low-income, first-generation, Black, Latine, adult, and rural students, and that they have the resources to support retention, graduation, and long-term student success. That framework is built around adequacy, equity, stability, and accountability. As Vice Chair of the Senate Education Appropriations Committee, we have heard a consistent message from institutions all year, all across our state. Underfunding is not abstract. It means fewer counselors, less advising, fewer course offerings, delayed graduation, greater debt burdens, and students leaving before they get to earn a degree. When public universities are under-resourced, students pay the price. I also bring my own experience to this issue. As a first-generation college graduate, I know what it means to enter higher education as the first in your family to navigate that system. I worked multiple jobs while I was in school. I know what it means to carry your family's hopes into spaces that are not built for you. I know what it means when the talent is there, but the public investment is not. I also know how transformative it is when the right support exists and a student is able to make it through. In my district, Northeastern Illinois University has only about 52% of the resources that it needs, barely half. That is not just a local concern. It is one example of a broader statewide pattern that this legislation seeks to address. Public higher education should not be a test of who can survive the most neglect. That's what we have right now. And let me be clear about something else. If we are serious about affordability, equity, and the future of this state, then we also have to be serious about the fight for revenue. We cannot keep naming every urgent public need, from higher education to healthcare to housing, and then pretend the question of revenue is someone else's problem. Public investment requires public will. If we believe public universities change lives, then we have to fund them like we mean it. This legislation offers a more rational and equitable funding approach, one that strengthens institutions, supports students, and recognizes that public higher education is essential to justice, mobility, and the future of this state. It is viable, it is common sense, and it is time to pass it this year.
Thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to keep up to date with news from the caucus. For more information on what the Senator is working on, please follow them on social media using the links in the description down below.